Everybody can squeeze in. The museum did have some requests, so I'm going to turn it over now to one of their staffers to discuss sort of the ground rules about how to behave in the museum.
Hi, good morning folks. As you can tell, we have quite a full house this morning. The only request that we have is that out of respect for the other people in attendance, anybody with signs that's in the audience, can you please stand in the back so that when you raise them, you're not blocking the folks behind you. Thank you.
Great idea.
I like it. Simple, easy to understand. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm going to dispense with any long introductions just to explain our format. We're just going to have about 5 minutes from both gentlemen, and then I will reserve any time if you're interested in hearing what's going on in the City Council office. I suspect most of you are here to hear from the State Treasurer and Senator Mccain. So I will go home and weep quietly if you all leave when they leave. But I will stay later, and so I can stay till about 12:30 if you have questions. But I would appreciate it if we all just remain quiet while they give their talks for about 5 minutes. We're going to start with State Treasurer Ducey. For those that don't know him, he is one of the instrumental forces in one of my favorite treats, Cold Stone Creamery, so we appreciate that. And he ran for state treasurer. He was extremely successful in that, with practical business background, and he ran for state treasurer and was elected in 2011. Senator McCain, of course, needs no introduction, so we will do.
But he likes it.
All right, we can go on and on, but I will suggest respectfully that if you don't know what he's been up to the last 40 or so years, we're probably at the wrong meeting. So I'm going to suggest everybody knows what he's been up to and what he's been doing. We'll start, as I said, with State Treasurer Ducey. 5 minutes with State Treasurer Ducey, 5 minutes with Senator McCain, and then we'll open it up for questions. We always find, I think that's a better format than just long talks. So thank you very much. Treasurer Ducey.
Thanks, Jim. It's great to be here. It's great to see so many people interested in state finances. I've been in the Treasurer's office for just 2 years now, and I'm happy to report on our financial situation. As Jim mentioned, I do come from the business world, and in the business world you have a boss. In this situation, that boss is you, so I want to have total transparency on our numbers and where we are financially. Before I tell you where we are today, I think it's important to remember where we were just 3 short years ago as a state. We were negative $730 million in our state's operating account in December of '09. We had a $3 billion structural deficit. We had the largest per capita budget deficit in the country just 3 years ago. If you fast forward to today, the state of Arizona has $1.9 billion in that same once empty operating account. We have $452 million in a state reserve account earning interest. So this is a real testament to our state legislature and financial responsibility that's been undertaken on their part, and to a governor who also will veto bad ideas and say no to pet projects. As state treasurer, I'm the state's banker and chief investment officer. I don't decide where your tax dollars are spent, and I certainly don't collect your tax dollars. It is my job to safeguard those dollars and invest them. Every dollar we earn in return in the state treasurer's office is one less dollar that needs to be collected in taxes, and it's one more dollar that can go to provide essential state services. 2 things we worked on in the last several months out of the Treasurer's office was Proposition 118 and the stoppage of Proposition 204, which was a $1 billion permanent sales tax increase that lost 2-1 at the ballot box this past November. Those are things I'll be happy to answer questions about and talk more about when we do get to questions. I want to thank Jim Waring and Senator McCain for having me here today, and I look forward to spending the next hour with you. Thank you. Senator McCain.